Hello friends, welcome back to the Justice Junction. I hope you are doing great. आज हम बात करेंगे भारतीय कानून आयोग की रिपोर्टों के बारे में। भारतीय कानून आयोग एक महत्वपूर्ण संगठन है जो भारतीय समाज और संविधान के सुधारने के लिए जिम्मेदार है। यह आयोग सरकार द्वारा कानूनी मुद्दों पर सलाह लेने के लिए बनाया गया है और उसके द्वारा तैयार की गई रिपोर्ट भारतीय समाज में कानूनी सुधारों को प्रोत्साहित करती है। भारत में कानूनों को बदलने और सुधारने की प्रक्रिया को लॉ रिफॉर्म्स कहा जाता है और यह पिछले 300 साल से चल रहा है। प्राचीन काल में जब धार्मिक और प्रथागत कानून सामान्य थे तो उनको अपने हिसाब से बदल दिया जाता था, लेकिन यह सिस्टमैटिक नहीं था। हालांकि 19वीं सदी में चीजें बदल गई। 1830 के दशक में शुरू होकर भारतीय सरकार ने कानून आयोग कहलाने वाले विशेष समूह बनाए ताकि वे कानूनी प्रणाली में सुधार सुझा सकें। इन आयोगों को कानून में बदलाव सुझाने का अधिकार दिया गया, जैसे कि उन्हें स्पष्ट और ठीक से व्यवस्थित करने की और आवश्यकता होने पर नए कानून बनाने की सलाह देने का कार्य है। ऐसा पहला लॉ कमीशन 1834 में बनाया गया था, जिसके मुख्य अध्यक्ष थे लॉर्ड मैकेले। इस आयोग ने आपराधिक कानून और प्रक्रिया कानून के लिए एक लिखित नियम प्रस्तुत करने की सिफारिश की, जिसे पेनल कोड और क्रिमिनल प्रोसीजर कोड कहा जाता है। It recommended creating a written set of rules for criminal law and procedures known as the Penal Code and Criminal Procedure Code. इसके बाद कई लॉ कमीशंस बनाए गए, जैसे कि 1853 में दूसरा, 1861 में तीसरा और 1879 में चौथा, जिन्होंने 5 दशकों के बीच भारतीय कानून में महत्वपूर्ण योगदान दिया। इन आयोगों ने बहुत सारे नए कानून भी बनाए, जैसे इंडियन कोड ऑफ सिविल प्रोसीजर, इंडियन कॉन्ट्रैक्ट एक्ट, Indian Evidence Act and Transfer of Property Act. These laws are designed to be similar to the laws in England but adapted to the specific needs and conditions of India. So, in simple terms, law reforms in India has a long history, and since the 19th century, the government has established commissions to improve and modernize the legal system, resulting in the creating of many important laws that continue to shape the legal framework of India. लॉ कमीशन रिपोर्ट में विशेष कानूनी और संसदीय मुद्दों पर गहरे अनुसंधान विश्लेषण के बाद दिए गए फैसले, सिफारिशें और प्रस्तावनाएं शामिल होती हैं। ये रिपोर्ट्स आमतौर पर सरकार द्वारा की गई संदर्भ के जवाब में तैयार की जाती हैं या लॉ कमीशन इन्हें खुद से प्रारंभ कर सकता है। ये रिपोर्ट्स कानूनी समस्याओं के लिए समाधान प्रदान करने का उद्देश्य रखती हैं, मौजूदा कानून में संशोधन की सिफारिशें करती हैं और आवश्यकता होने पर नए कानून के निर्माण की सिफारिशें करती हैं। The Law Commission reports contain the findings, recommendations and proposals made by the Law Commission after conducting in-depth research and analysis on the specific legal and legislative issues. These reports are typically prepared in response to reference made by the government, or they can initiated by the Law Commission itself. The reports aim to provide solution to legal problems, purpose amendments to existing laws, and suggest the creation of new laws where needed. Now, I am going to provide you with an overview of some of the key Law Commission reports that have had a lasting impact on the legal system. The first Law Commission, led by Mr. M.C. Setalvad from 1955 to 1958. पहला विधि आयोग जिसका नेतृत्व श्री M.C. सेटलवर्ड ने किया था। 1955 से 1958 तक सेटलवर्ड भारत में कानून की समीक्षा करने और उसमें बदलाव को सुझाव देने के लिए नियुक्त कानूनी विशेषज्ञों की एक विशेष टीम की तरह थे। यह एक तरह से बुद्धिमान लोगों के समूह की तरह था, जिन्होंने देश में हमारे नियमों और विनियमों को देखा और निर्णय लिया कि क्या उन्हें अद्यतन या बेहतर बनाने की आवश्यकता है। अपने कार्यकाल के दौरान उन्होंने विभिन्न कानूनी मुद्दों का अध्ययन किया और कानूनों को बेहतर बनाने के लिए सिफारिशें दी। आवश्यकता पड़ने पर उन्होंने नए कानूनों का प्रस्ताव करने या मौजूदा कानूनों को बदलने में मदद की। द फर्स्ट लॉ कमीशन रिपोर्ट इज Liability of the State in Torts, 1956. This report looked at the legal responsibility of the government When it comes to the causing harm or injury to the individuals or property, imagine if the government actions caused damage to your property or harm to you. This report suggests how the government should be held accountable and how you can seek compensation. Next, parliamentary legislation relating to sales tax, 1956. This report explained how the government should make laws about the sales tax. It's about making sure that these laws are fair and reasonable, so people and businesses are not burdened with the high taxes. Limitation Act, 1908. The Limitation Act is like a time limit for taking legal actions. This report suggests change to the rules about how long you have to file a lawsuit. It's important because it ensures the legal disputes are resolved promptly. On the proposal that High Court should sit in benches at different places in state, 1956. This report discussed whether high courts, which are the highest judicial authorities in a state, should have multiple locations to make it easier for people to access justice. It's about bringing justice closer to where people live. British statutes applicable to India, 1957. India was once under British rule, and many laws from the time still exist. This report looked at which of those laws are still relevant and how they can be adapted to India's current needs. It's about updating our legal system. Registration Act, 1908. This report focused on how property transactions are registered in India. It aimed to make the process more transparent and efficient. Partnership Act, 1932. This report on the act addressed the rules governing partnership in businesses. It proposed change to make partnership work better for everyone involved. Sales of Goods Act, 1930. This report delved into the laws that govern the sales of goods. It suggests improvements to the protect buyers and sellers in commercial transactions. Specific Relief Act, 1877. This report on this act focused on a legal remedy called specific relief that helps people enforce contracts. It aimed to make a legal process smoother for those seeking specific relief. Law of Acquisition and Reacquisition of Land, 1958. This report tackled the rules around government acquiring land for public use. It aimed to ensure that when the government takes over land, it's done fairly and according to the law. Negotiable Instrument Act, 1958. This report focused on the rules related to promissory notes, bills of exchange, and checks. It proposed change to make these instruments more secure and reliable in business transactions. Income Tax Act, 1958. This report addressed income tax laws. It suggested change to make the taxation system fairer and more efficient. Next, Contract Act, 1958. This report focused on the rules that govern contracts. It aimed to clarify and simplify contract laws, making it easier for people to understand and follow. Lastly, we have a report that deals with the reform of judicial administration in India. Reform of Judicial Administration, 1958. The comprehensive report focused on improving the entire judicial system in India. It aimed to make our court more accessible, efficient, and just for all. These reports are like guides for making our legal system fairer and more efficient. They are recommendations for improving the rules and laws that govern our society. The second Law Commission report. दूसरा विधि आयोग जो कानूनी विशेषज्ञों की एक टीम की तरह था। 1958 में न्यायमूर्ति टी.वी. वेंकटराम अय्यर को इसके नेता के रूप में स्थापित किया गया था। उनके पास एक महत्वपूर्ण काम था और उन्होंने 1961 तक इसकी भूमिका में काम किया। तो उन्होंने क्या किया? सोचिए, हमारे देश के कानून एक बड़ी पहेली की तरह हैं। कभी कभी एक पहेली के टुकड़े गायब होते हैं या वे एक साथ ठीक से फिट नहीं होते। दूसरा विधि आयोग के विशेषज्ञों के एक समूह की तरह था जिन्होंने उन लापता टुकड़ों को खोजने या सुनिश्चित करने पर काम किया कि सभी कानूनी नियम और कानून एक साथ ठीक से फिट हों। उन्होंने कानून के विभिन्न पहलुओं को देखा, और इसमें सुधार कैसे किया जाए, इस पर सिफारिशें की। 1958 से 1961 तक उनके कार्यकाल के दौरान हमारी कानूनी प्रणाली को निष्पक्ष और अधिक संगठित बनाने में उनका काम महत्वपूर्ण था। They looked at various aspects of the law and made recommendation on how to improve it. This work was important in making our legal system fairer and more organized during the time they were in office from 1958 to 1961. They helped to ensure that our laws made sense and were fair for everyone. 15th report, Law relating to marriage and divorce among Christians in India, 1960. This report addressed to laws governing marriage and divorce for Christians in India. It aimed to bring clarity and consistency to these legal aspects for the Christian community, ensuring that their marital issues are resolved fairly and effectively. Official Trustees Act 1960. The reports likely discussed amendments or recommendation for this act. This law deals with the appointment of official trustees to manage properties and assets for the benefit of the public. It could have provided suggestions to enhance the functioning of these trustees from better management and accountability. Report on Trust Act 1882. This report focused on the Indian Trust Act of 1882. Trust and legal arrangements where one person holds and manages property for the benefit of another. This report have suggested improvements or amendments to the law ensuring the trust and administered effectively and transparently. Converts Marriage Dissolution Act 1866. That Converts Marriage Dissolution Act deals with the dissolution of marriage among those who converted from one religion to another. This report likely discussed the law's effectiveness and any required change to make it more relevant and fair for individuals who converted to a different religion after marriage. The Administrator General's Act 1913. The Administrator General's Act deals with the appointment of administrations to manage estates when someone passes away without a will or suitable heirs. The report may have suggested modification to this act to ensure efficient state management and the proper distribution of assets. The Law of Hire Purchase, 1961. In 1961, the Law Commission of India examined and reported on the Law of Hire Purchase. A hire purchase agreement is a way to buy goods where you pay for them in installments while using them. The report likely to discuss the legal aspects of such agreements, protecting the interest of both buyers and sellers. This report aimed to ensure fair and transparent rules for hire purchase transactions. Marine Insurance 1961. Marine insurance is a type of insurance that covers risk related to ships and cargo at sea. This report probably addressed the legal framework for marine insurance, including rights and responsibility of insurers and insured parties. This report sought to make sure the marine insurance law are clear and equitable. Christians Marriage and Matrimonial Cause Bill 1961. The Christians Marriage and Matrimonial Cause Bill 1961 was another significant report. This report likely to focused on proposed changes in the Christians' marriage and divorce laws. It aimed to address issues related to Christians' marriage and divorce within the legal framework. The report aimed to update and modernize the legal aspects of Christians' marriage and matrimonial issues. Now we are going to discuss Third Law Commission report. The Third Law Commission, तीसरा विधि आयोग, इसका गठन 1961 में किया गया था और इसका नेतृत्व जस्टिस J.L. कपूर ने किया था। यह आयोग कानूनी मामलों पर काम करता था और सरकार को सिफारिशें प्रदान करता था। यह 1964 तक काम करता रहा, जिसका अर्थ है कि यह 3 वर्षों तक अपनी भूमिका में सक्रिय रहा, जिसके दौरान इसने भारत में कानूनी प्रणाली के विभिन्न पहलुओं का अध्ययन, समीक्षा और सुधार के लिए सुझाव दिए। इन सिफारिशों से कानूनों का निष्पक्ष और अधिक प्रभावी बनाने में मदद मिली। Law of Foreign Marriage 1962. This report dealt with the legal aspect of marriage that take place between Indian citizens and foreign nationals. It aimed to provide clarity and guidelines regarding the validity and registration of such marriage. The Commission of Inquiry Act 1952. This report examined proposed amendments to the Commission of Inquiry Act of 1952. This act outlined the legal framework for conducting inquiries by government appointment commissions. The report likely to suggest change to make the process more effective and efficient. Evidence of officers about forged stamps, currency notes, etc. Section 509A CRPC as proposed. This report focused on enabling officers to give evidence about counterfeit or forged stamps, currency notes, and other related matters. It may have suggested the addition of Section 509A to the Criminal Procedure Code to facilitate this. Insolvency Act 1964. This report addressed the matters related to the insolvency laws in India. It could have been recommended changes or updates for the existing insolvency legal frameworks to make it more effective and relevant to the contemporary circumstances. The Code of Civil Procedure 1964. This report likely to reviewed and proposed change to the Code of Civil Procedure, which is significant legislation governing civil cases in India. It might have suggested amendments to streamline the legal procedures and ensure fair and efficient civil trials. The Indians Oaths Act 1873. This report examined the Oaths Act of 1873, which governs the administration of oath of legal proceedings. It might have been proposed amendments or improvements to ensure that aligns with modern legal requirements. Christian Marriage and Matrimonial Cause Bill 1961. This report would have explored the provisions and implications of the Christian Marriage and Matrimonial Cause Bill of 1961. It could have outlined how the bill aimed to regulate Christian marriage and matrimonial issue within the Indian legal context. Now I am going to discuss with you Fourth Law Commission report. It was created by Justice J.L. Kapoor. इस आयोग को मौजूदा कानूनों का अध्ययन करने और उनमें बदलाव की सिफारिशें करने का काम सौंपा गया था, जिससे उन्हें समझना आसान और लोगों के लिए न्याय सुनिश्चित करने में अधिक प्रभावी बनाया जा सके. 29th report, proposal to include certain social and economic offices in the Indian Penal Code 1966. In this report, the Law Commission suggested adding new laws to the Indian Penal Code to address certain social and economic offences. These changes aim to make the legal system more relevant to the evolving needs of society. 30th report, Section 5 of the Central Sales Tax Act 1956, Taxation by the States and Sales of the Course of Import 1967. This report focused on the taxation aspect related to the import of goods. It aimed to ensure that state government could tax import more effectively under the Central Sales Tax Act. 31st report, Section 30 Clause 2 of Indian Registration Act 1908, Extension to Delhi 1967. This report recommended extending a specific section of the Indian Registration Act to include Delhi, which was a significant administrative change. 32nd report, Section 9 of Code of Criminal Procedure 1898, Appointment of Session Judge and Additional Session Judge and Assistant Session Judge 1967. The Law Commission reviewed and suggested change to the Section 9 of Code of Criminal Procedure. This section deals with the power of issue of warrant for arrest. 33rd report, Section 44 of Code of Criminal Procedure 1898, 1967. Another report dealt with the Section 44 of Code of Criminal Procedure, which focused on searching for the documents during a legal process. 34th report, Indian Registration Act 1908. This report encompassed a broader review of the Indian Registration Act, suggesting changes to make it more relevant to the times. 35th report, which talks about capital punishment. This report on capital punishment examined the use of death penalty in India. It was a crucial step in addressing the issue of the death penalty in our legal system. 36th report, Section 497, 498 and 499 of Code of Criminal Procedure. 1898 grant of bail with conditions. These sections of the Code of Criminal Procedure was reviewed and recommendations were made to bring them in line with contemporary legal standards. 37th report, the Code of Criminal Procedure 1898, section 1 to 176. A more comprehensive report on the Code of Criminal Procedure looking into the various aspects of criminal law and suggesting improvements. 38th report, Indian Post Office Act 1898. In this report, the Law Commission examined and made suggestion for the change to the Indian Post Office Act, which governs postal services in India. These reports reflect the Law Commission commitments to keeping our legal system up to date and responsive to the changing needs of society. Now I am going to discuss with you 5th Law Commission report. Chairman Mr. K.V.K. Sundaran. 5वां विधि आयोग, इसकी स्थापना 1968 में के.वी. सुंदरम की अध्यक्षता में की गई थी। इस आयोग का काम कानूनी मामलों को देखना और बदलाव या सुधार के लिए सिफारिशें करना था। इसने 1971 तक इस भूमिका में काम किया। सरल शब्दों में यह हमारे कानून को बेहतर बनाने के तरीके सुझाने के लिए जिम्मेदार विशेषज्ञों के एक समूह की तरह था और उन्होंने के.वी. सुंदरम के नेतृत्व में लगभग 3 वर्षों तक यह काम किया। 39th रिपोर्ट, पनिशमेंट ऑफ इम्प्रिजनमेंट फॉर लाइफ अंडर इंडियन पेनल कोड. This report deals with the punishment for imprisonment for life under the Indian Penal Code. It discusses the penalties and consequences when someone is sentenced to the life prison. It's essential to ensure that such sentences are fair and just. 40th report, law relating to attendance of prisoners in court. In simpler terms, it deals with the how prisoners are brought to the court of the hearings. This is crucial for a fair and legal process. 41st report, the Code of Criminal Procedure 1898. It suggests improvements and changes to the laws and govern criminal procedures. This ensures the legal system functions efficiently and fairly. 42nd report in Indian Penal Code. In this report, we have the Indian Penal Code under scrutiny. It suggests amendments and updates to the code, which is the cornerstone of criminal law in India. This ensures that the laws are set up to date and in line with contemporary values. 43rd report, offense against the national security. This report discusses offense against national security. It looks into laws related to the national security and proposes necessary changes to safeguard the national interest. 44th Law Report, the Appellate Jurisdiction of the Supreme Court in Civil Matters. It suggests ways to make the Supreme Court's role in civil cases more effectively and accessible. That's it for today. Stay tuned for our in-depth discussion on each of these reports in the upcoming video. Thank you for joining us on the journey through India's legal history. Thank you for joining us today to learn about Law Commission reports. Stay tuned, stay informed and stay engaged. Until next video, keep exploring, keep learning. If you like my video, then give me a comment in comment box. And don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Goodbye.